Garry.
Oh,
I mean, you're standing next to him. We're just hanging out. Dude, that's a fun guy to watch, right?
Oh, my God. Yeah. Undefeated, so confident, and so intelligent. And, you know, and beating Daniel Rodriguez like that in his last fight and being the first guy to stop Rodriguez. I mean, that's a big deal.
Look at that. Yeah,
he's got it, man. He's got it, whatever it is, you know. He's got it, and he's on his way up.
That's the thing, the it thing. What is the it thing, right? Because how many fighters do you see? They constantly go for the belt, but they never really get the belt. And it's so weird. You go like, man, he should be a champ.
Record is better, his resume is great, and he's finished everybody, right? Ian Garry's making noise. Ian Garry's what fight promoters want. Promoters want someone that's going to talk shit, somebody that's going to sell the fight, and this would be a huge fight.
Ian Garry continues to silence his critics, and now some of the biggest names in MMA are taking notice, acknowledging that he's one of the most challenging opponents to decipher in the UFC.
Phil has the frame of a welterweight. He's always kind of had that. And so I don't think that's going to be that big of an issue for him. But it's a fight. It's a fight. Anything can happen. Anything can happen, but they're both going to weigh in at 170. That's good enough for anyone. And we'll see how this goes. See how it goes. I'm excited. I can't wait to watch it. Fingers crossed.
According to Bilal Muhammad, Ian Garry's elite fight IQ, speed, and smart game plan could offer him a genuine chance to outsmart Islam Makhachev.
I think Ian's gonna come away with the victory. I think he's gonna have a smart game plan. I think he's got a pretty good IQ. I don't think he has good enough wrestling to take him down. And I think Ian's going to be a little bit too fast for him. So I think Ian's going to end up pulling it off.
Leon Edwards expects Ian Garry and Islam Makhachev to start cautiously testing range before turning the fight into a high-level striking battle.
It's interesting, right? Because I feel like it might be like a little fencing fight where they're both like trying to find range. They want to, because they both sit like kind of car punches. So I don't know whether or not it's one of them boring fights. So they're both trying to find range and nobody wants to commit first, you know? Or a nice striking clinic, probably. I'm interested to see it. You know, I've been thinking about like how would they approach it, but they're both similar, both lengthy strikers, kickboxers kind of style.
Chael Sonnen notes that Ian Garry has the backing of Conor McGregor, which he believes gives Garry even more confidence as he prepares for the biggest fight of his career.
Garry's shoes. He is completely undefeated. He has the blessing from Conor McGregor. Not quite as strong as what Islam got from Khabib. In fact, not even remotely that strong. But the next thing in our sport, the #2 blessing from a great in our entire sport, under Khabib's to Islam, was from Conor to Garry.
Michael Chandler said, Ian Garry's confidence, athleticism, and fearless mindset are exactly what make him such a dangerous title challenger.
Okay, obviously the talent is there. You know, his body type, his confidence in himself, the part of the world that he comes from. He's a young, brash Irishman who does not lack confidence in any area of his life. And that's something that I'm attracted to as well.
One MMA analyst believes Ian Garry has the skills to beat Islam Makhachev and could pull off one of the biggest upsets in UFC history.
I really think like Ian have some skills to beat Islam. You know, he can beat Islam. He have a real chance to beat Islam. And I want him to win, and then we can do a rematch for the belt.
Conor McGregor urges Ian Garry to keep believing, insisting he still has everything needed to shock the world against Islam.
Body, but there's a little bit of people are impressionable, talking about like they're trying to they're taunting him to get out of it. There's a lot left in that boy. And he should recognize that and keep going. I have him above.
Ian Garry has vowed to control the range and punish Islam Makhachev with sharp boxing. He aims to prove that his speed and precision are the winning formula.
For me to go out and show the world how talented I am. I just don't see him lasting very long. I just don't see it. The way I'm hitting, the way I'm moving, the power, the vision, the speed. I'm gonna break him. He likes to talk about being... Bilal's biggest strength is he's tough and he's durable and he likes to get in people's face. He's not going to get in my face. He's going to be kept at a range and I'm going to ping the mouth off and bust his face open, and eventually he's going to look for an easy way out and I'm going to give it to him. It's going to be my left or my right hand landing on his chin.
Michael Bisping believes Ian Garry's length, reach, and constant movement could create real problems for Islam Makhachev. He says Garry is disciplined enough to ignore the crowd, stick to his game plan, and keep scoring with jabs, straight punches, and push kicks instead of chasing a brawl. Bisping argues that Ian only cares about winning rounds and becoming champion. If Garry controls the distance and avoids Islam grappling pressure, he could force the champion into an uncomfortable fight.
But it's the style that Ian Garry has. It is the length and the reach that he has. And it is his ability to silence out the crowd and not give a damn if you people are booing. If everyone in the arena is throwing their popcorn and the drinks and going, boo, this is garbage, because all Ian Garry is doing is dancing around, popping the jab, throwing the right hand, using push kicks to keep Islam away, he won't care, because on paper, or according to the judges, he's winning the fight. And his job is to win the fight and become the welterweight champion of the world.
Joe Rogan explains why so many fighters avoid taking short-notice bouts against Islam Makhachev. He believes accepting a fight with Islam without a full training camp is one of the biggest mistakes a fighter can make, because Islam is one of the best pound-for-pound athletes in the sport. Rogan says Islam's complete skill set can change a fighter's career in one night. His warning highlights just how dangerous the champion remains for anyone standing across from him.
Yeah, I think that was his biggest mistake, right?
Huge mistake.
You just want to do
two mistakes. One, you don't fight Islam on 10 days' notice. You just can't. That just doesn't make any sense. That's crazy. He's so hard to beat. He's so good. If he's not the best, it's you and him for the best, pound for pound. And you're gonna risk that on 10 days? That's crazy. And that again changes the course of his career, right?
That's wild, right?
Imagine if he doesn't take that fight. He says, I can't, I'm ready.
Ian Garry makes his intentions perfectly clear before facing Islam Makhachev. He says this is the fight that must happen and promises to do everything possible to knock the champion unconscious and leave with the UFC title. Garry refuses to be distracted by outside opinions or excuses, focusing only on victory. His confidence shows he is not entering the octagon hoping to survive. He believes he has the skills to shock the world and become champion.
This is the right fight. This is the fight that has to happen. And he can say anything he wants to say. He can make up any excuse he wants. He can say what he wants to do what he wants to do. When that cage door closed on August 15th and I'm stood across him, I'm going to go out there and do everything I possibly can to put him unconscious and get my hand raised. Because that belt is coming home to double line.
Paulo Felder worries Ian Garry may be rushing into the toughest challenge of his career too soon. After knee surgery, Felder believes Garry would benefit from rebuilding confidence with another fight before stepping in against Islam Makhachev. Facing the UFC's most complete champion immediately carries enormous risks, especially if his body is not fully tested. Felder respects Garry's ambition, but questions whether challenging Islam right away is the smartest decision for his long-term success.
I'm worried about his health. Like, I hope he comes back strong and he's right back into the mix, but he just had knee surgery, and to jump right into a title fight, I'm sure he would say, yeah, no doubt about it, but I don't know, man. I feel like getting your feet wet, getting a win, getting your confidence in how your body's going to respond in there, instead of going in there with Islam right off the bat with a knee that you're unsure of.
Conor McGregor believes Ian Garry has everything needed to become a UFC world champion. He praises Garry's confidence, ambition, and commitment, showing complete belief in his future despite the enormous challenge ahead. That support adds even more motivation as Garry prepares to face Islam Makhachev. While many experts doubt his chances, McGregor sees a fighter capable of reaching the top. Now Garry must prove that faith is justified by delivering the biggest performance of his professional career.
What I like about him is that he's sticking with it. He's telling his truth. He's telling his fucking story. I'm all for that also. You've got to pay homage to where it came from. You know, you'll never hear me talk bad about anyone that brought me into this game or learned me about this craft. You know, you've got to show respect. And what can happen is a guy like Ian who's had a couple of wins, some great performances, he can, you become too big for your britches then, or you may change a thing. But no, he is telling a story, and he's a force to be reckoned with. He is a force to be reckoned with. He's tough, he's durable, he's skillful, he's long, he's rangy. I'd love to see him rise up and win a world title.
Joe Rogan calls Islam Makhachev an assassin, and that mindset remains central to his final training camp as UFC 330 gets closer.
Islam's choke must be otherworldly.
Yeah.
He must be otherworldly.
To do that
like whatever he was before, it's like you got to forget that when you fight him. You're fighting this do or die assassin.
Yeah.
He's just an assassin. And something shifted, and he became the best lightweight in the world. It's the weirdest thing, man.
It's got to be just mental. I mean,
he said that it was the birth of his daughter.
That can do it.
That it just was, you know, he was just so committed and driven now.
Yeah.
And I mean, but like the way he fights too, man, he's so exciting. That he just goes right into the fire, man.
Islam Makhachev prepares for all 5 rounds, conserving his energy while sharpening his ground and striking attacks for Ian Garry at UFC 330.
This guy's so good, and he never give up, you know. He gonna fight all 5 rounds, doesn't matter how it's gonna be. Like hard, I give him hard time, or on the ground, and striking, he gonna fight 5 rounds. That's why I don't go like crazy. I don't try to like choke him first round. I just keep my power and like moving more, try to land it good shots, but I get.
Islam isn't preparing for an ordinary opponent. Every session now has one goal: making sure he enters UFC 330 at his absolute best.
And now he will put towel on him, and he gonna lay down like 20 minutes with towel, making sweat his body, you know, and that's it. And on this point, he gonna cut for this training like 1 hour, 120 like this. He gonna cut like 5 pounds, and tomorrow morning he used to cut always like 4 pounds. I think tomorrow it's gonna be the same, like 4.5 pounds. You have to cut like. We're doing this always like every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We all the time have schedule what we eat, when we sleep, how much weight exactly, like everything we write all the time. And on Islam's schedule, he going like, he do everything like exactly what he do like on his last time when he cut weight, you know, everything going good.
Javier Mendez believes Islam Makhachev is 1 win away from serious gout status, adding even more pressure to this final UFC 330 camp.
You know, he's my guy, so I would consider him the greatest, you know, but I think the public will start considering him in that department. And I think if we do it one more time, let's say a Pratis or you know, Michael, you know, then we do that to them, then there's no denying who the greatest of all time is. There's no denying. But let's get by Ian first. Then after that, let's see what we think, what the crowd thinks. But I know what I would think, but let's see.
The predictions are coming in, but there's one thing everyone agrees on. The final 15 days could determine how dangerous Islam looks when the cage door closes.
I love confidence. I love confidence. I love a guy that believes in himself. I love someone that's willing to go out on a limb and call their shot. What I don't understand, though, is sometimes a person is misguided in their thoughts, and when they're misguided in their thoughts, they set themselves up for a very, very bad night or a bad result. I'm not saying Ian Garry cannot beat Islam Makhachev. What I'm saying is you got to take that as it comes.
Michael Bisping explains why Islam Makhachev final camp is leaving absolutely nothing to chance. Championship fights demand a completely different level of preparation, with elite training partners brought in from around the world and every detail carefully planned. As UFC 330 gets closer, Islam team clearly treats Ian Garry as a serious threat. The goal is simple: sharpen every weapon, remove every weakness, and make sure Islam enters the octagon fully prepared.
So it's not a knock on Islam Makhachev. It's really not. But it's just a little bit different. Winning fights is one thing. Winning title fights is something very different. When you have the ability to change your opponent's life so they are leaving no stone unturned. This is the big one. They're pulling out all the stops. They're spending a fortune in training camp. They're flying in all the best training partners from all 4 corners of the world because they want to beat you. That is.
Dana White highlights the mentality that keeps Islam Makhachev performing at the highest level. Islam stays active, accepts difficult challenges, and continues preparing like a true champion. That mindset becomes even more important with UFC 330 approaching. While Ian Garry talks confidently about shocking the world, Islam Camp stays focused on preparation rather than noise. With only 14 days left, every training session matters as Islam sharpens his body and skills for another huge title defense.
I mean, Islam was willing to fight anybody. You know, he stayed active and he went out tonight and performed the way a guy should on a short notice fight when you are the best in the world and you're the champion.
Chael Sonnen believes Ian Garry is making a massive mistake by assuming he can beat Islam Makhachev. That confidence immediately puts the spotlight on Islam preparation, because the champion has already proven himself against elite competition. With UFC 330 just 14 days away, Islam camp focuses on turning that confidence into another weakness. Ian Garry may believe something huge is coming, but Islam Makhachev has his own plans inside the octagon.
Tell you that Ian Garry believes he's going to beat Islam Makhachev. It's a big deal. It's a big deal for a couple of reasons, and I'm going to come out right now and I'm going to make a prediction for you. This fight's going to be huge. And by the way, Islam about a month ago started teasing on his social media that he's got a big announcement coming soon. And I took a great joy in being able to inform Islam, no, you don't. There is nothing huge out there for Islam Makhachev.
Alexander Volkanovski backs Islam Makhachev as the clear favorite against Ian Garry, and that confidence reflects Islam's incredible preparation. Volkanovski sees Islam as the pound-for-pound #1 because he brings elite grappling, striking, and complete MMA skills. With only 14 days remaining before UFC 330, Islam Final Camp is all about keeping those weapons sharp. Ian Garry faces a champion who remains dangerous in every phase of the fight.
I'm going to go with Islam. Heavy favorite here, rightfully so. Both great fighters. Islam, pound for pound, still #1 right now. And yeah, so well-rounded.
John Jones calls Islam Makhachev one of the greatest fighters in MMA and says he is doing everything right. That praise becomes even more significant with UFC 330 approaching, because Islam Final Camp builds on the same discipline that makes him so dominant. Jones sees a special athlete who continues improving and handling elite competition. Now Islam has another challenge ahead in Ian Garry, and his preparation enters the final stretch.
I think Islam is definitely one of the greatest fighters of all time. He's one of the guys for sure.
Were you surprised that he dominated him?
No, I'm not surprised that he's dominating competition. He's a special athlete. I mean, some guys are just chosen to do great things, and I think he's one of those guys. I'm excited to watch the rest of his career. I think he has a lot of work to do, but he's on the right path, and he's just doing everything right. Yeah, he's one of the guys in the sports I respect very much.
Khabib Nurmagomedov makes his belief crystal clear. Islam Makhachev wants the best opponents available. That mentality defines this final UFC 330 camp, where Islam continues preparing to face another dangerous challenger in Ian Garry. Khabib points to Islam's willingness to fight elite competition anywhere, against anyone. With just 14 days left, the message is simple. Islam does not look for an easy path. He prepares for the toughest fight and keeps moving forward.
But Islam on another level.
Yeah.
Just people have to understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have to understand. Islam is very good. I told you.
You have. You told me. You told a lot of people. You're kind of known for telling us things that then go on to happen. So why not just tell me exactly what is going to happen with Islam Makhachev's career when he is done? What are we going to say about this guy?
When he's done?
When he is done. What are we going to say about Islam Makhachev?
He just finished #2 pound for pound.
I know. What kind of a career are we looking at with this guy?
And we have ahead like Volkanovski, #1.
Yeah.
Our plan, fly all the way to Australia and fight in backyard of pound for pound king right now. Alexander Volkanovski. Or if you don't want to fight, okay, give us Benil Dariush. He deserves 8 win streak, you know. Doesn't matter who. We just want to fight with the best because Islam is
And now, after hearing all these fighters and analysts, the picture is getting clearer, but the answer is still far from certain. Ian Garry has the size, speed, movement, confidence, and belief that he can take Islam into deep waters. But Islam Makhachev has something completely different. Elite grappling, championship experience, patience, and the mindset of a fighter who knows exactly how to break opponents down. From Joe Rogan calling Islam an assassin to Javier Mendez, believing another dominant win could push him toward GOAT status. The expectations are massive, but Ian isn't walking into this fight to survive. He's coming to prove that his style can stop the most dangerous version of Islam. And when these two finally step inside the octagon, all the predictions disappear. Only one question remains: who breaks first?